Did you know there's a place where they make churches out of bones? Where you can literally bathe in beer, walk the narrowest streets, and eat some of the most interesting food. Welcome to Prague. There's more to this city than what you might have seen on social media, and today we are going to take you on an adventure through both the beautiful and bizarre sides of this interesting city. Let's explore.
Welcome to Prague! It is our 6-year wedding anniversary.
Yay.
So what better place to spend it and enjoy than one of the most beautiful cities in Europe. And our goal today is to see all the top sites and do some interesting things here.
Including
Stop is here at the infamous Astronomical Clock of Prague.
Yeah, there's actually an interesting and kind of morbid story behind it. When this clock was built a long time ago, once it was ready, they thought it was such a unique piece that they actually decided to blind the guy who built the clock. But he still managed to actually break the clock, and it took them over a century to fix it. So, interesting story. And great photo spot, but only if you get here early.
Yeah, because it fills up quick, starting around 8 or 9. People start pouring in from tours and things, so definitely worth getting here early and not having all of that. Now, let's go up.
Right above the clock, you can actually climb to the old town hall tower. You have to pay to climb, of course. It was 500 korunas for both of us.
Which is like $11 per person.
Yeah, but it's cheaper if you actually take the stairs.
Oh, and I think she mentioned we get a morning discount.
Yeah.
Something like that. So I think if you get here in the morning, which is definitely the best, oh my gosh, right around 8 a.m., especially 9 a.m., it gets packed, not just like here, but we can see like literally the whole square all around us is super busy. So when you're coming to Prague, like usual, any city, get up early, it's gonna be worth it.
Yes, and of course we have these beautiful views around us. Like, if you're a fan of architecture like I am, you're going to fall in love with Prague like this. Especially here, like around the square, you can already see so many different types of architectures.
And it feels super nice up here with the breeze.
Yeah, and you get the beautiful views of Prague. And of course, our next stop, which is came for brunch at this restaurant called Spille, which has this super interesting concept of sort of like a Spanish tapas feel where you get a few little different things. Specifically, the most popular thing to get is hobičky, which are these open sandwiches, and they have all different types of flavors. And the way that you pay is actually through the sticks right here, which is the whole name of the restaurant. Each stick you have to pay 33 korunas, and some things have 1 stick, some things have 2. Drinks are apart, so at the end you just put all of your sticks in this little thing over here, and then you know how much you owe. Let's dig in. I really like this.
That looks like toothpaste. Like nutty, fruity, salty. I just don't know what to think about this one. Czechia consumes more beer per capita than any country on earth. Today, that number is only going up because Allie and I are not only enjoying some Czech beer, but we're literally bathing in beer. Okay, so here's what happened. So 1,000 years ago, over 1,000 years ago,
the 900s.
The Duke of Bohemia, which is now Czechia, requested a special bath made of yeast and I think hops, basically some of the components that make beer, because he believed that there were health benefits to doing so. Since then, over 1,000 years later, you can bathe in beer while drinking beer, like here at the original beer spa, which is where Ali and I are. Basically what you can do is book a room with a couple of tubs like we have. Yes. They fill the tubs with water and some of those, like, I guess, beer ingredients. Yeah. And it just stopped bubbling. It was bubbling just a little bit ago, but we stopped it so we could record this. And also, along with the kind of what they call the beer spa treatment, you also get unlimited Czech beer. I have a dark beer here, and Ali's got a light beer over there, which is very good. So very interesting.
A couple snacks too.
Bread. Oh yeah. Also, they have some beer bread. I don't know if you guys can kind of see that over here. Super interesting, super relaxing, and definitely recommend when you're coming to Prague. And shalom, I've converted.
Yeah, we're actually here at one of the oldest Jewish cemeteries in Europe. This is one of the most chaotic or clustered cemeteries I've ever seen. And the reason for that is that in the 1300s, all of the Jews were actually forced to come to this area, the Jewish quarter.
Like a ghetto, basically,
yes. Exactly. So they had to bury most of them here. And at some point it got so crowded, they were even burying like 12 bodies in what was supposed to be just one tomb. So you can see.
Because it's such like little area to work with.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
And also what we just learned, which is crazy, is when the Nazis invaded Prague, you would think, why didn't they destroy the Jewish quarter to kind of eliminate? They actually wanted to leave this entire area as a monument to the extinct race, because that was a part of their goal, which is just crazy.
Yeah.
And thankfully they didn't destroy it, and I think it's an awesome testament to show that their plan ultimately failed.
Yeah, so much history here in Prague.
Yeah.
And to enter here, it is paid. You can buy this ticket that actually allows you to go to several different spots around the Jewish quarter. It is 400 korunas per person, and it's valid for a whole week. So you don't have to do all of them in one day. So far, Prague has been amazing, like so beautiful, so interesting.
More beautiful and more safe, in my opinion, than London or Paris. Really.
And it's a very eclectic beauty. So like all these different styles mashed up together.
Yeah.
So we are loving it so far, but there's more to see.
More to see, baby. Let's go. This is the best spot for Trdelník, created originally in medieval times, and if you can kind of see what it is this dough pastry that's kind of heated up and then layered with cinnamon and sugar.
Oh my God, it smells amazing.
Traditionally, I think it's like this cylinder, and it didn't have any filling in it.
Yes, and more it used to be just a Christmas sort of treat, but now it's all year round everywhere.
Yeah, you can find. Yeah, enjoy it all the time, but it definitely smells like Christmas. You can get different fillings like Nutella or apple, strawberry. We went with the apple because that just seemed to make the most sense with that cinnamon and sugar. But ever since we've been seeing it, we've been craving it big time. So it's huge, and we're gonna figure out how to eat it.
Yeah.
So,
just
all right,
just take a big old bite. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. Definitely have to try. And as you can see, we are now here at Clementinum Tower.
Yes.
And Clementinum is basically this complex that has a tower and a library and some other things.
Church, other things.
But I have to say, we're a little bit rushed.
Yeah.
Because basically, to utilize this, you have to book a tour. And how much was it?
It was 300 korunas per person.
Yeah, so you book a tour,
And so we go and you get, the library, the tower, and a couple other things, but those are the two most notable. As you can see, a beautiful view, not far from the square at all.
Yeah, it is a little bit rushed.
It's super rushed. It's like less
but
than 10 minutes per place.
That was one of the most beautiful libraries I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my gosh. It's the most beautiful library I've ever seen. The Clementinum Library. And then obviously here, this view, similar, but I actually think this is even better view than what we had earlier.
Yeah, because it's all open.
Yeah.
But, oh my gosh, worth it.
But still, exactly, even though it's rushed, definitely worth it. Now, on to the next one. Here in Prague's narrowest street. Yes, this is a street with a street light. As you can see, it's ridiculously narrow. But basically, they have a light to tell you when to go or to not go. Yeah. Because it's only one way. You're gonna hear it at the end. Look. There we go.
We made it.
Look at that. As you can see, Ali and I are here at the Itinerary restaurant with some very interesting decor and some really good looking food. And we were told this is the place to come in Prague for traditional Czech food, so that's exactly what we got. First, we have svičkova, which is the national dish of Czechia, which is basically beef with this like vegetable cream sauce and what are called dumplings that sort of look like, I'll actually show you, kind of look like a piece of spongy bread, which looks really interesting. And also beef goulash, where it's debated on exactly where this came from, whether it's Hungary or here in Czechia. It's very, very common here.
This might be dinner, but that's not the end. We'll see you in 3, 2.
And Ali and I are back in our favorite place in the world, a cemetery. But this cemetery is special. So we took a 40-minute train ride outside of the city center of Prague and are here in a place called Kutna Hora. And what's special about this place is that church right there, which is known as the Church of Bones.
Yeah, there are about 40,000 skeletons inside this church, and they came from the dead people from the Black Plague in the 1300s, and around the 1800s, some guy decided to use their bones to decorate the church. So
there's a logical,
Yeah, of course. So, I mean, it is a super weird feeling being there, but they use their bones in all these different kinds of like objects, I guess. The chandelier, there's like actually super cool crest.
Yeah, like the crest of Czechia is there. This like giant chalice, like a cup made out of bones.
Huge bells as well. So it's like, very cool, but also really creepy, like just imagining all of those people.
Yeah, but it just kind of is this whole vibe here in Prague and kind of this bohemian vibe of like classy and quirky and weird, or mystical, like this combination of both that is honestly really, really unique and cool.
And you do need to pay to get inside the church. It is 150 kurunas per person. So definitely recommend. I think it's a super cool day trip if you have extra time.
It's not even like an hour. It's like 40 minutes up, spend a little time in the area, and then 40 minutes back down.
And the train ride is super smooth, like really beautiful. The landscape.
True. Yeah, you can see a little bit more of the Czech countryside. Is really, really beautiful. Man, honestly, so glad that we came here, spent our anniversary with you guys here in Prague. Hope you guys love this adventure because we loved having you along with us.
Yeah, Prague has become one of my favorite cities in the world. Like, it's just so unique. It's beautiful.
Totally.
There's so much to do too. There's like these random things that you can do that we saw. Like there's like the Museum of Torture. All kinds of museums. I can't even remember right now, but there's super weird things. You would definitely not be bored if you come to Prague.
That's for sure. And if you like this adventure, you'll love this adventure here on the screen and in the description section below. And as always, thanks so much for joining us. God bless you and your travels, and look forward to seeing you in the next one. Till then,
bye.